Well, hello again, and welcome to Draw from Life. I'm your host, Tolley. Today I thought for my first video that I'm going to put up for you in time-lapse capture is something that is a bit of character development. So it's probably a little more advanced. But I think it's a good place to start to give you an example of what it is that I'll be doing, and then I can go to lots of other different topics. So I'll just talk you through this one as I'm watching, and we will go here. And so here I'm going for the low angle straight away. I can talk you through the techniques at a later stage of drawing faces and the physics and the proportions. So developing up a face here, you can tell it's a low angle. Yes, the techniques are basically the ears are lower, the head is tilted back, there's less of a forehead. Going into the anatomy, I usually draw all of my figures, well, ostensibly quite naked, and then I dress them. And so here we've got some folds happening, some pulling of cloth, and again you can see by the collarbones and the shoulders are quite receded back, so again showing that low angle. And then more of the clothing going on, adjustments as we go. I always draw around the figure, so don't stop in one place and get focused on the eye. Go back in later. So here I've already developed that and then gone on to the shoulders, the body, and now I come back for a bit of detail into the face and the eyes, etc. And again making adjustments as you go. I've decided to give her an undercut here. So always a bit of in terms of character development, you want to try and get a bit of personality in there. Make you wonder, what's she looking at? Where has she come from? What's just happened? Give her a bit of an expression. Create a bit of intrigue. So making adjustments all the way. Again, I haven't taken out, I haven't edited out any faults, or you can see me undoing here and redoing until it feels right. And all the while working around the whole drawing, not concentrating particularly on one area. If you get stuck into that sort of trap, then you end up with things out of proportion. You need to keep a good overview of your entire drawing. And so then I only go in once everything's been established for little bits of detail here. And she's maybe standing in the wind. Always a bit of dynamism with hair, with poses. You want it to feel like she's in the middle of something, she's in the middle of movement. So a really rough background of tone, and then I mask her out, and then go in at a later stage, well, the next stage, with another layer. Now I draw in Photoshop clearly, and I've left the whole screen here so that you can see me swapping layers and using different layers. Very important. If there's something you're really happy with one area of your drawing, start another layer. Always start another layer, because then you can turn it off, you can change it, you can delete it, and you've always got the part of the drawing that you're really happy with. You might notice that my layers are in German. That's so that if I am working with a Swiss or a German client and they want layers for an animation, for example, they need the Photoshop file with all its layers, so I label them in German. I've had to learn very quickly. I sort of have learned by immersion with German. Of course, there's Swiss German as well. That's a very complex variation on the German language. So going in for some tone, some hair, some shade. At a later stage, I'll go in and clean that up a bit. Return to the form. Return to the cloth. So tightening things up here. Give her a bit of shade on her tank top. Now, it's not the absolute cleanest of finished art, but it's a study on a character, and it gives a sense of the fact that she's quite a serious character, gives her a bit of personality, and tighten that all up. Last bit of shading. And there she is. So I hope you enjoyed that first installment of my time-lapse drawing videos, and see you on the next one. Take care.